Hello, traders, and welcome back. In this lecture, we're going to be learning something very interesting. Okay, we're going to learn how to trade like casinos and betting companies so as to make consistent profit. You probably know about casinos and betting companies, right? And one thing with casinos and betting companies is that they are always making money. I don't know if you've ever observed that. Casinos always make money. Betting companies always make money. Okay? You might win them on the short term, but on the long run, if you keep playing, they will always make money. That's why they give bonuses, they give incentives, they give free food, they give free entertainment, free whatever. Okay, just to keep you playing, just to keep you playing. So how can they afford to do that? They didn't come to share money, right? They didn't come to share money. They came to make money too. Just like how they tell you to come and trade or bet and make money. So also they came to make money. They didn't come to share money. They didn't come to share money. So it means they have a system that consistently works for them. Okay, that's why they can afford to keep paying their customers and then keep providing the platform for you to play. No matter how much you would like to invest or bet with, they can pay you if you win. Okay, they can pay you if you win. They have insane amount of money, and it just looks as if they are just there to dash money or to share money or to make people rich. But these are businessmen, okay? These are businessmen. They are people who know what they are doing. They are people who are out there to make money. And for them to keep doing this, it means they have a system that has consistently proven to be able to pay them, okay, even in that funny type of business. Okay, so that's what we're going to be learning now. We're going to be learning their secret, and we're going to be learning how to inculcate this secret into our trading so as we keep making money, right? Yeah, so one thing you have to understand is you have to understand what we call probability. Probability. So you probably have heard about probability before. It's very common in mathematics. So probability is kind of a phenomenon that plays out over time, okay, with large samples of data, right? So let's say we have a coin, we are tossing a coin, we have the head and we have the tail, right? So what's the probability that if we toss the coin 100 times, we'll have more heads than tail, right? Or what's the probability of having a tail over a head? Okay, I hope you understand. So for something like that, we'll say the probability is 50-50 because we have one head and one tail, and each of them, both heads and tail, have equal probabilities of appearing, right? Each of them have equal chances of coming up when being toasted, when the coin is being toasted, right? So that's an example of probability. So we are going to look at how these companies use probability to make money consistently, and we're going to copy this into our trading, or we're going to relate this into our trading. So the first point here I have is professional trading, which I refer to as trading and consistently being profitable, is a game of probability, and that's what makes it similar to the casinos. Okay, so professional trading, which I refer to as trading and consistently making profit, is a game of probability. Okay, so this is what the big banks use. This is what professional traders use. Okay, gamblers always pray for luck. Okay, but professional traders do not play with luck or do not pray for luck. They always have a consistent way of being profitable, right? So professional trading is a game of probability, right? And that's what makes it similar to the casinos. Okay, it is a well-known truth that on the long run, the betting companies or casinos always win and always make a lot of money. Yeah, we've mentioned this. And then, so how does the casino or betting companies make money with probability, and how can we use the same principle to be consistently profitable in forex trading? Okay, that's a big question right now, and that's what we are going to deal with. Okay, so now let's look at this image we have here. This is a popular game they play in the casino. Okay, so we're going to use this as an example, even though the principle is what they use all over. Okay, not only in this game. So this game will just help us understand their principle, even though they find a way of putting the same principle in every other betting game, okay, in the casino. So if you look at this image, we have 18 black numbers, we have 18 red numbers, right? We have 18 even numbers, and we have 18 odd numbers. So what they do in the casino is you bet that whenever you spin the ball will land on a black number, or whenever you spin the ball will land on a red number. You can also bet that whenever you spin the ball, or you spin the table and then throw the ball will land on an odd number or an even number. Okay, so people tend to think that they have a 50-50 chance of winning. That's why they play this game, right? That's the gamblers. They tend to think that they have a 50-50 chance of winning. That's why they play this game. Now, they forget to observe that we have two green numbers here. We have the 0 and the double 0, right? We have two green numbers. And then whenever it falls on, okay, let's assume I bet that it's going to fall on red. And when I spin it, it falls on the black. I'm going to lose money. The casino gains money, right? Whenever it falls on green, I'm also going to lose money. And then the casino gains money, right? But whenever it falls on red, like I have predicted, I'm going to make money, right? So now let's look at the probability of me making money. Since we have 18 black numbers and 18 red numbers and 2 green numbers, it means the total numbers are 38, right? And the probability of a gambler winning will be 18 divided by 38. Why did I say 18 divided by 38? Because he's either betting on the red or black numbers, which are 18. So it's either the red, which is 18, or the black, which is 18, all over the total amount of numbers, which is 38, right? So that's the probability of a gambler winning the game, right? So when we do equal to here, we see that the probability is 0.473. Now this is the probability, we've written it here, 0.473. Okay, now what's the probability of the casino winning? Okay, what's the probability of the casino winning the game, right? Because when the gambler bets on red and it falls on black, the casino wins. When the gambler bets on red and it falls on green, either of these greens, the casino still wins, right? So what's the probability? The probability of the casino winning is 20. Okay, we have 18, 19, and 20. Okay, 20 divide by 38. So this is the probability, 0.526 or 0.527, whatever. So let's say 0.527. That's the probability of the casino winning. We can see that the probability of the casino winning is greater than the probability of the gambler winning. Okay, so now that's just it. That's the secret. They have a higher probability of winning. That's why they can afford to keep playing and playing and playing, because they know that on the long run, they will always keep making money. And this little difference is what is responsible for the insane amount of wealth that these betting companies have. So whether it be football betting, whether it be basketball betting, or whatever type of betting, okay, whatever type of betting, whether it be casinos, football betting, they all have the odds in their favor. They all have a higher probability that you will lose on the long run. Okay, so that's just what they have. Now, let's look at the percentage probability of a gambler winning is 47%, right? When we do 0.473 times 100%, we have 47.3%. And the probability of the casino winning is 52.7%. Now, the casino has a statistical edge of 54%. Of 5.4%. How did we arrive at that? We did 52.7 minus 47.3, right? Then we have 54%. So, sorry, 5.4%. Why do I keep saying 54? We have 5.4%. So you can see this is the statistical edge the casinos have, just 5.4%. Just 5.4%. And this enables them to make the insane amount of money that they keep making, right? And so in the long run, the casino makes 5.4% of whatever amount is being used to bet with by the players. So they just make 5.4% because that's their statistical edge. Okay? So let's now look at some examples. We said 5.4%, right? So it means if the player plays with $10, okay, if the player bets with $10, it means they are making 5.4% of $10 in the long run, right? So 5.5%, okay, sorry, 5.4% that divided by 100 of $10. So it means they are making 0.54 cents, right? 0.54 cents. So 5.4 cents or 54 cents. So that's the amount they are making on the long run. Then if we do 0.054 times, let's say, $50,000. Okay, so let's say they bet $50,000 on the long run. Now we then see that they're making $2,700 on the long run. So this is the profit they're making. Okay, so these people keep making profits as far as people keep playing. Okay, so that's why they can afford to entertain you, give you bonuses, do a whole lot of things to attract you to play. Because if you keep playing, the more people that keep playing, the more money they make. So that's because they have a statistical advantage. So how can traders rig the market like the casinos to ensure we consistently make profit? Okay, so we have just seen how the casinos and how the betting companies have rigged the market, have made the statistics fall in their favor. Okay, so how can traders copy that same system to make the market fall in their favor, right? So this is how we do it. The only way traders can rig the market, like the casinos, is to make sure they have an edge in the market, just like the casinos do. Okay? So we have to make sure we have a statistical edge in the market. Okay, so we have to make sure this edge will keep on being in place over a long period of time. Okay, so it has to be tested and statistically proven, just like the edge these casinos have in the market. Now, the second point is you have to have a strategy with a statistically proven positive expectancy over a considerably large sample of trades. So that's it. It's your strategy, guys. It's your strategy and your ability to consistently follow it over a long period of time. It's your strategy. You have to have a strategy that has higher chances of winning. And as you can see with the casinos, they only have a 5.4% advantage. But guess what? In Forex trading, you can have a strategy with 60% win rate, okay? 60% advantage in the market. You can have a strategy with 70%, with 80%, with even 50%, with even 45%, and you'll be making a hell lot of money, right? So we don't have to limit ourselves to just 5.4%. We can have strategies that ensure us of 60% statistical edge in the market. Okay, so you have to consistently follow your strategy rules to make sure the statistical edge of your strategy remains in your favor. So it has to be a consistent something. So you have to be consistent in doing it. You have to keep doing it. Okay, so you have to have that strategy that gives you an edge, and then you have to keep following it. Even if you have losing streaks, just keep following it as far as the strategy has been tested and trusted. Okay, it has to be tested and trusted, and when it's tested and trusted, you can keep doing it, you can keep following it, and as far as you keep following it, on the long run, or in the long run, you will keep making money. So that's the only way. Okay, and then you have to have a fixed predefined stop loss level and at least a 1 to 5 or 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio. Okay, you can boost your risk to reward ratio with trade management techniques like trailing your trades. Okay, so that's what you can do. So these are the things you have to do in order to have a statistical advantage in the market. Okay. So these are the things you have to do. You have to make sure you have a strategy that is tested and trusted. Okay, and you have to consistently follow your rules for a long period of time to see the statistical profit which your strategy can give to you. And you always have to have a risk to reward ratio of at least 1 to 1.5. So what is this risk to reward ratio, which I keep talking about? Okay, risk to reward ratio is simply a comparison between the potential profit of a trade to the potential loss. Okay, and always target a risk to reward ratio of at least 1 to 1.5, as maintaining a good risk to reward ratio enables you to have a statistical edge in the market. Okay, always have a minimum risk to reward ratio predefined before entering any trade. So these are just some illustrations of how to understand risk to reward ratio even better. Okay, so we have an entry price here. So let's assume you enter the buy trade and you are having your take profits here, and you have your stop loss here. So let's assume your take profit or your stop loss is 10 pips, and your take profit is 15 pips, right? So it means you are risking 10 pips to make 15 pips. With this, you are having a risk to reward ratio of 1.5, right? Because 10 divided by 15 is 1.5. So you're having a risk to reward ratio of 1.5. The same here, you have an entry position here, that's for a buy, and you're having a stop loss of 10 pips and a take profit of 20 pips. So it means you are having a risk to reward ratio of 2, because 10 divided by 20 divided by 10 is 2. So that is just what we mean by risk to reward ratio. So you should always be targeting more than you risk, okay? More than you risk, or more than you are willing to lose. So that's it about risk to reward ratio. Okay, and that's it about trading like the casinos and the betting companies. So I'll just illustrate to you now using the risk to reward ratio concept of how you can have a strategy with a low win rate, that's a low edge in the market, let's say 45% win rate, and still be in profit and still be making money because you are able to manage a good risk to reward ratio, right? So let's just do the calculation right now. So let's assume we have a strategy that gives us a 50-50 edge in the market. So 50% of the time we're sure of making money, right? Let's assume we have 100 trades. Okay, let's assume we have 100 trades. Okay, 100 trades on the total, and with this we win 50. Oh, sorry, my drawing is bad. We win 50 and we lose 50, right? And let's say every time we enter these trades, we lose 1 R. That's 1 R stands for risk, right? So we risk 1 and then we win, let's say 2R. So we're risking 1R and we're winning 2R, and we have 50-50% win rate, and we have 100 trades. Okay, so let's calculate how much we lose. So with this risking 1R, it means by losing 50 trades, we have lost, let's say 1 times 50, which is 50R, right? So we've lost 50R, and by winning 50 trades, we have 2 times 50, we won 100R, okay? That's with a 50-50% win rate. Can you see it? So now after these 100 trades, we managed to lose 50 trades and we managed to win 50 trades. But because we have maintained a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2, we made 50R and we lost 50R. Okay, so it means if you are let's say risking $3, okay, it means we made 3 times 50, or rather we lost 3 times 50, which is $150, and then we won 100 times 3, which is 100 times 3, which is 300. So it means we lost, or we won 300. Okay, so with this, we have 300 minus 150, and we can see that we made 150 profit. Sorry, I'm writing with my mouse. Profit is $150. So that's with even having a risk to reward ratio of 50. Okay. Sorry. Okay. That's with having a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 1.2, but a statistical edge of 50. Okay. Or 50%. So that's how much we can make with just risking $3 per trade. Okay. So let's assume we now have, instead of 50 here, we have a win rate of 45%, or let's just say 40%, right? Let's just say 40%, and losing a rate of 60%, right? We have a win rate of 40 and we have a losing rate of 60%, and we still maintain this risk to reward ratio, right? We still maintain this risk to reward ratio. It means, let me just clean this so that you can see better. Yeah, so it means for losing, we lost 60 times 1, right? 60 times 1 R. So we lost 60 R, and we gained 40 times 2 R. It means we gained 80 R. So imagine these R's are $3, just like before. So we have lost 60 times 3, which is 60 times 3, which is, I think, 180, right? Yeah, 180. And we won 80 times 3. 80 times 3, which is 240. And what is our profit? We have 240 minus 180. It means we have 60. So as you can see, even with a win rate of 40%, we are still in profit because we managed to be consistent in following our strategy and in making sure we always have a risk to reward ratio of 1 to 2. Okay. So that's the power of following your strategy, and that's the power of having a good risk to reward ratio every time you enter the market. Okay, so this brings us to the end of our lecture on risk to reward ratio. In the next lecture, we should be learning about how to take records for our trades and so on and so forth, and the importance. So hope to see you in the next lecture. Bye.